smash it. Reviews, previews, opinions and laughter. Mixing transfer news is what you're after. The perfect match. Kate and Jim, getting at it. Kate and Jim are gonna smash it. Reviews, previews, opinions and laughter. Mixing transfer news is what you're after. The perfect match. The perfect match. You just got to latch onto that perfect match. The perfect match. The perfect match. You just got to latch onto that perfect match. Keeps a positive spin. What Kate's doing, the Mickey hazard name dropping. Gets you out of the blue like let me stop rubbing. Or she's flip-flopping. Hell, this place is popping. The perfect match. Kate and Jim, getting at it. Kate and Jim are gonna smash it. Reviews, previews, opinions and laughter. Mixing transfer news is what you're after. The perfect match. The perfect match. You just got to latch onto that perfect match. The perfect match. The perfect match. You just got to latch onto that perfect match. Jimbo always keeps a positive spin. What Kate's doing, the Mickey has her name dropping. Gets you out of the blue like let me stop rubbing. Or she's flip-flopping. Hell, this place is popping. Perfect match. Kate and Jim, getting at it. Kate and Jim are gonna smash it. Reviews, previews, opinions and laughter. Mixing transfer news is what you're after. The perfect match. The perfect match. You just got to latch onto that perfect match. The perfect match. The perfect match. You just got to latch onto that perfect match. Jim always keeps a positive spin. What Kate's doing, the Mickey has her name dropping. Gets you out of the blue and let me stop rubbing. Or she's flip-flopping. Hell, this place is popping. Always keeps a positive spin. What Kate's doing, the Mickey has her name dropping. Gets you out of the blue like let me stop rubbing. Or she's flip-flopping. Hell, this place is popping.
Welcome back to Kate and Jimbo on a day where during the break, Chang's... Oh, here he is. I was going to say he's disappeared into thin air. It must be magic. But it's Friday. It's the day after the night before. The night before that we all want to forget. But I'm joined as always on a Friday by Jimbo, by Big Time Nick, and by Mr. Chang. Jimbo, first of all, how are you? How are you feeling?
Well, I'm very happy now because I've just seen on Sky Sports that
Ange's been sacked. Has he been sacked?
No, I've just seen on Sky Sports that Leicester and Man United are playing tonight. So if Leicester beat Man United, it'll take all the focus off of us.
Yeah, that is true. But I just don't think that will happen. But we can hope. Mr. Nick, how you doing?
I thought Jimbo got me all excited. Then I was thinking
he's actually on the screen, Nick, talking.
Oh, I can't look at him. I can't look at them. I blame Kate for not being away. It's Kate's fault for coming back. I blame Angus for putting us in the mud. I'm waiting for him to come in the comments and give us all jip. But look, let's not worry about yesterday. It's done. Let's not talk about it, and the double's still on. Yay! Oh, yeah. I don't know what else to say anymore. I know.
Mr. Chang, how are you today?
Doing fine, doing well. On a Friday evening, it's just past 8 p.m. Here in Southeast Asia. I hope everyone's had a hearty lunch or breakfast or even a supper if you are down under. Yesterday's semi-final was a one-off, and unfortunately we came out on the losing end. But let's put that loss behind us. I mean, we made it to the semi-finals, which is a lot more than can be said for United, City, and Chelsea. Although, of course, that's another semi-final that we're going to rue, not having progressed to the final. What gives me hope, though, is that in the last 3 matches, the win against Elfsborg, the win against Brentford, and last night's loss, hopefully we will learn something from the last 2 away matches, both away at Brentford and away at Anfield, that we should be hopefully able to get something away against Villa at Villa Park come Sunday. But there are still lots of work to be done. Still work in progress, but let's see now whether Matthias Tell will earn his starting place on Sunday, and hopefully Kevin Nanso keeps his starting place as well, assuming Van der Ven still isn't available, as is Romero.
Chang, I've got a bone to pick with you. 2 bones, actually. First
Go
of
ahead.
all, you told us yesterday, we did the pre-match pump up, it was already Friday, and you told us it was 1-1, and you'd lied. So that's the first thing. You're a liar, and you're the problem. And the second thing, I noticed you've got just a Chang who still loves Spurs and Ange. Do you still love Ange today?
Okay, so the way I see it, regardless of who is in charge, I mean, if this is something that Jose Mourinho himself said when he took over us from Pochettino, is that if you don't love your club, if you don't have any sort of passion for the players who play for it, or the managers or the coaches who are pulling the strings on the pitch and off the pitch, I mean, there is pretty much nothing for you to look forward to come match day. So if Big Ange is still very much in charge of us, then I will still back him, regardless of what happened last night or the week before when we won against Brentford, or midweek of last week when we won at home against Elfsborg. We are still in the knockout phases of the Europa League, as well as a Sunday cup encounter against Villa at Villa Park. So until such time where he gets beat in all the cup competitions and we suddenly find ourselves inside the relegation zone, then serious questions will need to be raised. But other than that, I'm still fully behind Ange. This season is still salvageable. Let's just put yesterday behind
you
us.
And Sim are the problem, Chang. I've just asked Sim. I said, Sim, are you really still backing this manager? I can't, Chang. I support Tottenham Hotspur. I do not support Ange Postecoglou. I do not support Heung-min Dunn. I do not support Paul Suma. I do not support any of these players on this pitch. Jed Spence was the only one, and Dan So and Tell, you can't really say what you can say. The rest of them,
I thought
young Bergvall came on and did all right. The rest of them, the senior players, saw that midfield disgusting. They couldn't even pass the ball, and I cannot support this manager. I said this earlier. My season ticket is done. That is it. The final nail.
Nick, I thought Kulu was trying hard last night, but he weren't getting any support from the other players. But he was putting himself about.
Well, it was obvious. It was obvious because he ran up to try and attack, and he's looking in the middle of the box, and there's no one there.
No one in there. Yeah.
And I just think that, and I mean this in the nicest possible way, and I don't mean to offend anyone, but I will, obviously, because someone will be offended. And don't
go ahead. Go right ahead. Go right ahead.
Anyone who is backing this manager, I'm sorry, I don't understand it.
I don't like that. I pulled Jim up on that this morning, and I said, I've heard someone say this morning, if you back the manager, you're not a football person. I totally disagree. I think everyone's perfectly entitled to back this manager if they want, because history shows us that sacking managers doesn't work. However, I, for one, think Ange needs to go as soon as possible. But I don't think anyone's less of a fan or anything.
No, I'm not saying anyone's less of. I'm not going down that route. I'm just saying I just genuinely, in my heart of hearts, I do not understand after everything that we've seen.
Yeah,
so we can still back this manager. That's what I'm saying. Through tactics, through playing a midfielder at centre back, but playing him at right back, even though we might have played him at left back. And then we bring on a right back that then plays behind, and then we put the right back who's been better at left back on the right wing. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense, right? So that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying like you're less of a fan or you don't know football or you're all of this. I just, yeah. Can we do the predictions? I think that's better than talking about it. Look, Jimbo was right. Jimbo was right in the back room. He was like, let's just do the predictions. Let's not talk about last night because we'll get upset.
Let's put it in perspective, right? The manager's not up to this job. It's as simple as that. I think that over the last few months, when things have got tough, we've seen he's not up to this job, right? I'm not going to shout Ange out because I can't do nothing about it by shouting. It says no point, right? but he's not up to this job. There's no argument about that. I think anybody with eyes can see that, right? You've got players on the pitch that are not up for the fight. You've got players on the pitch that are not good enough, right? We're an average team now, right? After watching last night, we're an average team. And what's happened with this club, I think, over the last few years, is other clubs have invested, right, really, really well, and we've kind of been. We was in the top 6, right, but we've kind of been drawn back to the pack now, right, where Levy hasn't invested properly. And it's all right, people saying they give Ange 350 million. 350 million over how many seasons? You know, that's the first time he's really spent massively. And other teams have improved slowly by adding players, and we've added players, but not good enough players. So I think we've been sucked back to the pack now. So I just think that we're just we've got to accept now that we're a mid-range club, and until Levy does something about it, if he ever does something about it, that's where we're going to stay. But look, I support Tottenham, right? I support the club. You know, I can't do nothing about Levy. I can't do nothing about Ange. There's no point screaming about them, you know. But we are where we are. We're just an average team now in the Premier League, and teams have overtaken us. And it's up to the hierarchy to change that. But will they? I don't know. I have got no clue. I haven't got the answer to that.
Well, before we delve in, let's have a look who's in the chat. We've got Ben Bryant, who's a lovely gooner because he comes in and says, big up, much love. So big up to you, Ben. We've got Moondog coming in with a very generous super chat to start the morning or the afternoon off, saying, what a disgraceful performance. And it's not a one-off. There was no passion. The tactics were wrong. I've had enough. The team that got relegated had more fight than this team, and out now. And I think that echoes what most people are saying. It's not the fact that we lost because it's Liverpool. It's the fact that there was no fight whatsoever.
There's no passion there, Kate.
We rolled over and said, tickle our tummies, basically.
Well, where was the Mickey Hazards? Where was the
Graham
Ledley
Roberts.
Kings? Where was the Graham Roberts? Where was the what's the one with the bad heart? Yeah, I can't think of his name. Yeah, Gary Mabbott.
I was going to say that, but I thought he was diabetic.
Yeah,
I think that's what Jim meant.
Yeah, where was them players?
Anyway, Man United 2, Leicester 1. Is that what we're talking about?
Right. Look. If them players had anything about them, right, they don't have to be better than Liverpool. But they could put in some absolute fucking shifts and fight their backsides off. And we never saw that last night. I got so bored with the game, Kate to tell you, just after half time, I took my dog out for a walk.
He did.
Because I was just disgusted the way they played. There was nothing there. If you're going to put on a Tottenham shirt, right, have the passion that I fucking got, or half the supporters have got for this club, you know. And they're putting on our shirt, taking a massive wage, and putting nothing into it.
But the dog was pleased because she got an extra walk. Designed to Win is here, saying afternoon, Kate and Jimbo, living the dream, or was it a nightmare? Leighton Evelyn's here, says, I can't believe that fans thought we could get anything at Anfield with this dross.
It's not thinking. Can I just answer that? It's not thinking I thought we could get something there, right? But I honestly thought that these guys would turn up. I really did. I thought it's a semi-final. It's a chance for them to go to Wembley, and you could have got some kids out of a fucking school playground that would have put more passion in than them, and that's just a fact.
Morning, says Matt. Nap says, how many teams in world football in any era with 7 of their key players not on the pitch would beat the current in form and full strength Liverpool at Anfield? Let's keep it real. Look, I think I get it, but at the same time, it's not that we lost. It was the manner of the loss. And not only that, but the form has been going on for like before we had all these injuries. So, and yeah, Leighton's got it spot on. There was no fight. That's the problem. Yeah. Moondog again saying it was about effort and passion and the players had none. Matt's saying, don't worry, guys. There's always the next project. Matt, I think you should look at your own club.
Yeah, that's fucking goes back to you, Matt, as well.
Yeah. Big up, guys. Big up, Yusuf. Congrats on the win last night. You totally deserved it. Morning, Paddy Hartnett says, I don't want to hear. Let's move on. We will learn from this. We are poor and very poor at that. Too many players in this team just don't give a shit. Absolutely agree. We're out the cup. Stop this false positivity. We are garbage. I don't think there's been any false positivity in here. Not yet, anyway. Mateus Tell only played one game for Spurs. He wants to join United. This is such a fallacy. He said he wanted to go to United from the off. He told his agent he wanted to go to United from the off. And he hasn't come out and said that he wants to. What's come out today is that he could still go there. So stop with the false narrative, Matthew, or I will put you in timeout.
Have you seen what Moondog's second super chat
No,
is?
I'm going down, so you have to bear
It's
with me. Somebody
hilarious.
behind. Big up, Smithy. Good to see you, my darling. Big kisses to you and that shit guy. Don't ever stick up for Richarlison again, ever, ever, ever. Luton Dan says, "The Spurs play tonight? We certainly didn't play last night." Big up, Kate, Jim, Nick and Chang. Amir Hussein says, "This baffles me all the time. Why on earth, when Spurs is on the attack, so they suddenly start passing back to defenders and the goalie? Why? I say that all the time. I hate it. That's not how football should be played. You go forwards, not bloody backwards. How can you love these players? We're 15th in the league." Well, I'm not saying anything to that. Big up, Drew La La. I don't think anyone can defend your manager. No, and I don't think anyone can defend the players either. I'm just going to put it out there.
Well, a couple of the players we can.
Some of them, but not many. Villa are going to destroy us, Chang. Ange deserves to be sacked. As much as I love him, it's football and he's simply not good enough. Mario says, "Chang, how can you be behind Ange? He's one of the worst managers we've ever had. You're a lovely guy, but come on." Afternoon all, by the way, a disgraceful performance. Leighton says, "Stop this. We are winning the Europa League. It's madness." Did anyone say that?
Not yet.
No one said. We said we're in it, which is fact. No one said we're winning.
I have said it in the past.
I'm offended and my day's ruined now. Thanks, Royale, says Smithy.
Why are you offended, mate? Why are you offended about what?
Don't know. I'm not sure. The players are the problem and the manager is not the man. Levy has made this team the worst team in Spurs history, says Luton Dan. Big up Beyond 72 says, "There's no shame losing to Liverpool, but we still managed to make it shameful." Yep. Afternoon, Jesse. Hope you're well, my love. Mario says, "I respect your opinion, Chang. It's just not for me." Kate, "It's not too late to take your coaching badges. Then you can forget all about Spurs, apparently." Big up, Soul. I wish I could just take up knitting and forget all about football. Barry, would it have been 4-0 if all the players gave 100%?
Yeah, because Liverpool would have then tried. It'd probably been 6-0, 7-0, 8-0. Liverpool didn't get out of second gear.
Yeah, they toyed with us. I think it was like
I said, it was like a lion. It's like a lion playing with their dead animal, like just because they got bored and they've eaten too much. You know? It's just
a cat when they catch a bird and the cat just throws it out. Our fan. Oh, please don't start this. Our fans aren't the problem. The problem is the club. Maybe the fans should protest more, but you cannot blame the fans for the state of the club. Arsenal fans take it. They don't win nothing, and they still take it. After Ange's first season, my Spurs friends were saying to me, "Ange will win a trophy before Arteta's Arsenal." Ange couldn't even win a North London derby versus Arteta in 4 attempts. And that's funny. I'm glad you.
I understand what Lee means now, because I said I'm going to offend people by saying this, and he said,
"Oh, right." Disgusting performance, says We Are Spurs TV. Ed M says, "Afternoon, also disappointed. It was a nothing performance. I've no idea what we were trying to do." Good afternoon to my beautiful niece. Hope you're feeling a bit better today, my darling. I shall message you later. It's not the net spend that's the problem. It's the wages. Why can't people understand that? Leighton says 100% Jimbo. The one player I feel sorry for is Archie Gray. Works his backside off. He's been off it recently because he's a kid playing every position possible. Yeah, I agree. I thought he was all right yesterday. I thought the only ones that I thought were decent, I thought Spence had a good game, really. I thought Bergvall looked sharp when he come on. And I thought Gray did what he could. Dan so and tell, it's difficult to say. Our players look scared. I think the minute they came out that tunnel and that atmosphere, they shriveled up, their little balls shriveled up a little bit because it was so loud that you'll never walk alone. And they just all looked broken before they even kicked the ball. Oh, yeah, Janola. Sam
yeah.
says, defeat I can accept, the performance I cannot. Good afternoon. Big up to you. Big up to you, harmless potato. The double still on, says Paddy.
Don't you start, Paddy. You're the problem, Paddy. The
Yeah, you're
double's
the
still
problem.
on. You're the fan that's the problem.
Edem says, need a clear out midfield. Sardis runs around. Basuma, you can't rely on. Benton Kerr, big game, didn't show up, and hate to say it, but Sonny's done. Big up Revenite. Congrats on your win. You deserved it for sure. I think we're training for American football, says Dan. Ange out of his depth. Moondog with another super chat saying Angie's halftime talk, they came out worse. I don't know what he said to him, but it wasn't anything to G him up, that's for sure. Us fans need to say enough is enough how this club's being ruined. Bonjour, says Matthew. And then he says, J'espère que vous allez tout bien. I don't know what that means. Anyone speak French?
Spurs are shit.
Oh, okay. Just so we know.
It's who we are, mate, in French, I think.
I think doesn't bien mean lovely or not? Have I made that up?
Good. I hope you're all good or something. Something like that.
I hope you're all well. Yes, that's what it means in French.
Something
I hope
like
you're
that.
all well.
Something like that. In between Del Boy, you know.
Davo says, big up guys and gals. Last night was the first time I've ever turned the telly off before the end. Jimbo's the same. 0 shots on target, 0 yellow cards in the semi-final. Yep. Spence the only good player. Yep. Jimbo, and back me up here. I've said to you both, I've given up on Richie. The good times will forever be in my heart, but he's done. It's took you long enough to realise he's shit.
Look, let's be honest, Smithy. Let's be honest, right? He had one really, really good spell for us, and that was it. That's all he really had. He had a really good spell where he went through injury-free and he scored 11 or 12 goals. If we had that, Richie, it wouldn't be too bad. But he just... I was watching him last night and I was just thinking, why is he on the pitch? But he wasn't the only one. I'm not just going to dig him out. There was a few others on there. I was thinking, why are they on the pitch? Why they don't want to be on the pitch, you know?
Yeah.
It was a very, very depressive.
Can I just say, did you see that? Did you see what Ange said in the press conference about Dane Scarlett?
That he can't, he's available, but he's cup tied.
Yeah, Dane's available for the weekend. Yeah, mate, he's cup tied. He can't play. Oh.
Yeah, but it's who we are, mate. Perhaps he's hoping they might make an exception. Sea Eagle says, unfortunately, hope's not a strategy. Our players went walkabout last night. That being said, Liverpool were excellent. Yes, they were. Yo, my homies, says Leo. Good morning. I can't be mad. We got absolutely humbled by the best team in the world. We were miles off their rhythm. That's nothing to be ashamed of. Come on, you Spurs. Big up, Leo. Always bringing a balanced view to everything. Yeah, we all know Levy's to blame. No shots on target in the semi-finals. Disgraceful. Well, it's not as bad as Arsenal, who didn't even manage to score over 2 legs. I mean, that is poor.
Oh, come on. We're doing that now. We scored 1. Arsenal scored none. Come on.
Yeah,
Kate.
we're doing that. That Spurs fan saying Levy fills his Harrods Stadium with Primark goods. I think that's what Pochettino said, something very, very similar before he left as well. The kids look great. The experienced ones were crap. I'll send a message on Monday, Jimbo, saying the cup single is still on. Anfield, St James's Park, 2 of the most horrible, hostile crowds. Fair play to Liverpool and Newcastle. They have one hell of an atmosphere. I've never seen such a soft team. I know. Did anyone see Ange's presser for Villa? The man looks broken and full of excuses. I think he's been full of excuses for a long time. Spurs really were foolish to come and try and win at Anfield. Yeah.
Well, what was they meant to do? What was they meant to do?
They meant to come and lose.
Yeah, they never had a choice, did they? They had to go there. So,
a defensive midfielder with a bit of bite, leadership qualities, and calm under pressure is a must sign. Yeah, a Zubamendi would be amazing, Matt. But you know, big up Joey Barton says, I'm here, but I'm saying nothing. I don't want to fall out of anyone. No one's going to fall out of you, Joey. It's only bloody football. Big up Shemtan says, hope you're okay. Turned off TV after the 3rd goal. We were shocking. Yeah, that's when Jimbo took the dog for a walk around then, I think. Big up Bobby K says, big up Kate, Jim, Chang, Squid Time and everyone. Heads up, winning or losing isn't everything. Your keeper was awesome. Son was unlucky, and you were playing the best team on earth at the minute. Cheers from New Zealand. Big up Kevin Benson. Our keeper has been slated by the media and a lot of fans. He did look nervous, but look, it is what it is. I'm not singling out anyone because it was just a poor all-round performance. Moondog says there was a time if Spurs were playing, I would miss parties and family get-togethers just so I could watch my team. And now I'm hoping someone will invite me out so I miss this shit. If Richie's injured again, he needs to be moved on. We need strikers we can rely on. He has got a calf injury.
Yeah, it's not going to be easy to move him on, though, Kate.
No, you have to send him to the hospital for like.
What you need to do is you need to put him in Trafalgar Square with the rest of those pigeons that have got one leg that are just hopping along, right? Just get him walking around Trafalgar Square going, please, 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 prue, prue. He can't even. He probably can't even prue. He's just like prue. That's it.
You know, the thing is, I said if Richarlison scores a hat trick, I'd get Richarlison's tattoo. I never even broke into a sweat thinking about it. It was never going to happen.
I thought you were going to say you're going to get your tits out, and Jim was like, go on, Richie.
Big up Jose. He doesn't need Richie to score for that to happen, do you, Jimbo? Soul says, you can't say Liverpool the best team in the world and then say Arteta is bottling it because his team is second to Liverpool.
We are just as bad. Let's just be here. Us and Arsenal are just the same. We win nothing. We disappoint. We don't show up in big games, and that's it. Yeah, that is it. It is what it is. Anyway, Manchester United 2, Leicester 1. What's the next score we're going to?
Ange et Levy sont tous les deux de I know that's Ange and Levy are a pair of clowns. There might be a little bit extra something in there, but I can speak a little bit. I don't think Kinski was good. Shaky collecting crosses, passing out back, made a few decent saves. Problem is they didn't want to go to win. They're in survival mode from minute one. I'd have preferred us to have a go at them. Yeah, I mean, Sam said you came and played a low block, and we deal with that. That's our speciality. I'm wondering whether we should have gone full gung-ho at them. At least we'd have tried, and we probably would have got some shots on target, Nick. I know you're shaking your head, but...
No, I agree. When it got to 2-0, I was sitting there going, well, can we just get beaten 8-0 and show a bit of fight? Because if we show a bit of fight, I could maybe accept it, but we didn't even show a bit of fight. So...
Matthew, I have no idea, but bonjour, blah, 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 blah. Chang,
blah, blah, blah,
Chang,
blah, blah, blah.
That's Joey's French, that is. Chang, you look shattered. Hang in there, mate. We will come good eventually. He does look shattered, to be fair. Kinski's a young keeper. I think he's got what it takes to go far, but also no young keepers will make mistakes. Yep, of course. Bobby says we had 0 to be proud of from yesterday. No shots is unjustifiable. Kinski was rattled. You could see it. He couldn't even make a 5-yard pass after that. Right. And Matt says, I don't think Nick is far off with that comment. Both clubs, as of recent times, don't perform well in hostile atmospheres. If either club wants to do well in Europe, we have to get better at Anfield, St James's, etc. Yeah. Look, I was the one who went on the terrace and said Arsenal and Tottenham are the same, and I've got loads of abuse. But I meant, if you listen to Tottenham and Arsenal fans, they do sound the same. We all moan about lack of investment, about failing to get over the line, about bottling it, about the manager, about this, about that, all the same things. I think North London is now cursed. I'm just going to put it out there. But I don't want to talk about last night anymore, because I think we've covered it. There's nothing I really want to say, except I don't give a crap who we play. I don't care if we play prime Barcelona. Tottenham is to dare is to do, and you go out there and you give it your all, so that when you leave that pitch, you leave nothing on it, and we were shit. There wasn't any fight, any desire, any passion.
If we'd have gone full gung-ho and lost 4 or 5-0, people would have still been saying we should have set up differently to try and stop them. So it was
but at least we could say we give it a go.
Yeah, but we can say that now because we put the low block in and lost. If we'd have gone full gung-ho, people would be saying, why didn't he tighten up? And it was a no-win situation last night when it was a no-win situation once they hit the pitch and didn't perform and didn't put their heart and soul into it. If they'd have put their heart and soul into it and we lost 4-0, you can say, well, we got beat by the better team. We got beat by the better team and they had nothing about us, which makes it hurtful. They're meant to be carrying this badge, right? we're a club that used to win things, and so you'd think these guys would think, well, let's get us back on track and really try it and win something for these supporters. I mean, look, let's take our hats off as well to the supporters that go away, right, all the time. You know, there was thousands of Tottenham fans there last night. We're here bitching and moaning. What about them poor bastards had to travel all the way back from Liverpool after watching that to us?
Well, do you know what, Jim? They made the choice, so they can suffer. I've got back from losing at Old Trafford at 6:30 in the morning. I decided I wasn't going again, so they had the choice as well.
Yeah,
so
but
don't
they're
give them
faithful
any
fans.
sympathy. They deserve having 3 hours sleep.
They get my sympathy because I think they're faithful fans that deserve it. You know, they stick with the club, they keep going, you know, backing them, and they get rewarded with that dross.
Moondog's cheering us all up, making it 3, saying if you don't have to drag yourself off the field exhausted after 90 minutes, you can't claim to have done your best.
Yeah.
Bill Nick's quote says it all. I think these players need to be reminded of some of Bill Nick's quotes because he had full wisdom there.
I think you should get a Moondog tattoo because he's done the treble.
Yay! Well done, Moondog. Thank you very much, as always, for your support. Joe Blogg says FA Cup's more important than the Carabao Cup. Bobby, let me tell you something. You're skating on thin ice, even writing this down. I blame Grayson. He brought me false hope, hairy little wanker. Much love, Grayson. Any other person on the planet wrote that, I would not be speaking to him. But I will take it from you, Bobby, because I love you and I know you don't mean anything by it, but please don't ever say that again. I
blame Kate for being at home. Look what happened when she wasn't at home last weekend against Brentford. We won a game of football. Now she's back. When are you going away again, Kate? Because we ain't going to win a game until you go away again.
The 20th of Feb, I'm going back.
Okay, so hang on. Let's just see. So we're losing against Villa. We're losing against Man United. And then when you back, when you go away on the 20th, and when you back?
I'm not sure. About the 24th, 25th.
Okay, so we beat Ipswich and we lose to them Man City again. So Kate's the problem. Fund Kate to being away.
It is weird that I was away and we played really well. I don't understand what happened there, but
we didn't play well. We played better.
Won. We won.
And we won, yes.
Big up to James Crockett watching it on Twitter saying Ange out. Big up to you. Another failed upload. Darren said we would lose, and I was told I was negative and somehow received yet another death threat. Funny little boy sitting behind your keyboard. Yeah. Well, they're idiots.
What's that?
He got a death threat for saying we'd lose, apparently. That's the point I was getting to. If I'd blamed her directly, I'd be at the bottom of a set of stairs.
He was trying to say that you should not be here. That's what she means. He's not blaming Grayson. So don't get all like high horse on your high horse, you know.
He called him a hairy little wanker. Don't care if he's blaming him.
Bobby K's just a bit jealous, isn't he? Because his hair, he's losing his hair and his marbles and his mind.
Big up Lee Dorset Spurs says apologies for missing the start. Bloody work. And also big up to Steve D who's listening in the car. Ange out, Jimbo in. That's 2 to 3 weeks. Funny, I'm still breathing. Thanks, Squid Time. Right, I'm not talking about this game anymore. I'm just putting it out there.
Half an hour we've wasted. Oh, she gone. Or was that you, Jimbo?
No.
What you done, Jimbo?
I've done nothing.
Jimbo.
No, she's gone completely. She's not even in the back room. Oh, here she is.
What's
she's
she
coming
done?
back.
Oh, kicking me out.
That's it.
What happened?
What are you doing?
I went to bring up a banner and I pressed the back key by mistake.
Brilliant.
Because I'm blonde. Even though I'm grey, I am blonde as well. So, Side Dancers here says, afternoon, the whole team would disgrace apart from Spence Danso. Big up to you, Side Dancer. Steve D's here says, we're all getting our knickers in a twist because we failed to get over the line. We are remembering it's Spurs and we're in the worst form since people were still going to work on horseback. Bobby K says, I am, bro. It's getting thin. I'm not losing it. Dan Grayson could definitely afford to share some. Afternoon, Lee. Hope you're well. Big up, everyone, says Steve. I'm trying to get onto the thing. Yeah, Chang did it. I think Chang kicked me out. What's the excuse going to be from the Ange cult when we lose on Sunday? That's Jim being chucked down the stairs again for knocking Kate off. She leaves when she wants. She leaves when she wants. Our Kate, she leaves when she wants. And Fiona says, must be difficult for the players to have belief in a system that clearly don't work and only results in loss after loss. Their confidence is shot and it showed. Finn, sorry, not Fiona. God, what is wrong with me? But obviously, FA Cup weekend, round 4. And it starts tonight with Manchester United playing Leicester at Old Trafford. Jim, what do you fancy for this game? How do you see this going? Jim?
Sorry, I was on mute. Sorry. Well, tonight, oh God, I'd love Leicester to win. Oh, I wouldn't. I don't like either one of them. I don't like no team at the minute, not even fucking Tottenham. So, I think 3-1 to Man United.
3-1 United. No shock tonight then. Nick, what about you?
2-1 United, as I've been saying half an hour ago to try and get us onto this topic, yeah.
Mr. Chang.
What did you say, Nick? What score did you say, Nick?
2-1, Jimbo, to United.
Mr. Chang, Leicester, United, Leicester. What about you?
2-1 for me as well, Miss Kate.
2-1 for Chang, and I've gone 2-1 as well. So we're all expecting Manchester United to get over the line and get into the next round. Scarecrow says, I'm really looking forward to Ange getting the sack. Then we can move to another team and get back to what he does best, win trophies in teams that actually want to. These players didn't want it.
Kate, let me ask you, right, with him writing that, why do you think they haven't sacked Ange?
Because I think they're going to wait and see how we get on in the cup. I think he's going to give him till we're out of Europa, which I think is a bad move because if we get a new manager bounce, it'll come right in time for us to progress in Europe.
Well, when you watch last night, right, it doesn't bode well for the other cups, does it?
No, absolutely not. But I mean, I don't know because managers have been sacked for less. So, you know, people are saying he can't afford to pay him the compensation. What a load of rubbish. Only 12 million.
Only 12 million.
Well, yeah, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not like life.
He's here till the end of the season, so let's not worry about it. What's the next game?
My predictions later will be 20 games from 20 countries. Oh my God. Angus is here. Big up, Angus. Good to see you.
Oh, surprised he's taken this long. Surprised he's taken this long.
He's probably been in with Sava. That's why.
Well, he went missing after Isaac scored that, or Murphy scored that first goal the other night. So I'm glad you're alive, Angus.
3-0 says Edem to Manchester United. Big up, Paul G, and well to you too. But the next game in the FA Cup that we are predicting is Leyton Orient versus Man City, and what a lovely tie for Leyton Orient. But Nick, can they go? Blah, 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 blah. Can they cause an upset at their home ground?
No. Hang on. Let me just address Angus. I said hold my beer. Yes, Angus, because I was trying to be positive, yeah? I wasn't being delusional like you, saying you're going to get Mbappe, saying you're going to win the Premier League, saying the things that you say, Angus. So I was trying to be positive. I realised that I was wrong. If you want me to apologise, that's fine. I'll apologise to you, Angus. But I'm only 65% apologising to you. So, there. No, and to answer your question, Kate, no, I don't see there being an upset. I don't even think they're going to score. City will make a load of changes, and I'm going to say 3-0 City.
Oh, so you're not even giving them a goal?
No.
Mr. Chang, what about yourself? Leyton Orient versus Man City.
Leyton Orient 0, Manchester City 3.
Oh, same. I've done Leyton Orient 1, Man City 4. I'm giving them a goal at their place because I'm nice like that. Nick, apparently, Matt wants an apology as well.
Why do you want an apology, Matt? I never call you out. I just call Angus out.
Just tell them bollocks and move on.
I would like to say to Matt, I would like to apologise that we both have shit managers. There you go.
There you go.
And at least ours hasn't spent as much as yours. So I guess it's about maybe it's about 65% of what you spent. I don't know. Angus can tell me. He's good with 65%.
Jimbo, Leighton Orient versus Man City.
4-0.
4-0. I have to just make an announcement. Steve D has put in the chat, not been unwell, but handled it like a real pro and never mentioned to anyone. He must have rung us every day and told us how ill he is. And not only that, but when he's talking to us, he's going... So don't tell Porcupine, Steve. We've heard you on the phone crying that you've got man flu. So yeah, you're a fibber. I'll cry with my FA Cup. I don't think you're winning the FA Cup, Matt. And we'll wait for an apology when you don't.
Are they still in the FA Cup?
No, they're not in the FA Cup. He's talking about he's done Kate's had an Ange moment there.
They're not in it, are they?
He's talking about the FA Cup that he won, or his manager won with Unai Emery's team. That's the FA Cup.
Oh yeah, like 5 years ago.
Angus. Was it Angus or Matt?
No, it's Matt, wasn't it?
Matt, I've seen Tottenham win about 10 trophies. So I can
all right, Jim, don't rub it in, mate. I'm not interested in how many you've seen, because you've seen more than me. So don't you rub it in and start getting on our case as well, Jim. Oh, I've seen 10 trophies.
I've seen many trophies, so Matt can stick his one trophy up his arse.
Chang, are you all right? You're very quiet.
I'm okay. I'm still responding. I'm trying to get all my predictions out before they come to me, so I can send them over to you.
Okay. Next up, Chang, I'll come to you first. We've got Coventry versus Ipswich.
So I went for an away win to Ipswich. It's going to be Coventry 1 and Ipswich 2.
Okay. I have gone for Coventry 2, Ipswich 1. I've gone for the upset. Jimbo, what about you?
I'm going to go 2-2.
Oh, Desmond.
So what? So 2-2 at full time? Is that what you're saying? That's a bit.
Yeah.
That's a bit of a weirdo, isn't it? That's a bit of a weird one, because it goes straight to penalties as well this round, right?
Yeah, I think it'd be 2-2.
Yeah, it goes straight to penalties.
I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say 1-0 Coventry.
Yes, you're going with the upset. That's Frank Lampard's team, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Jimbo watched the first ever World Cup live. 2-2 to Star Dancer. 1-0 says Edem. Chang looks so down, poor guy. Afternoon, Benji.
Tired, bless him.
Jack says they look frightened to play. Embarrassing club, whatever the so-called project is clearly not off the pitch, but on the pitch, but off it. Ask Beyonce. Jim sees a trophy every day. He calls his trophy Kate. Now that's the definition of a trophy wife. Bobby, look, you don't have to get round me, but you carry on. By all means, do carry on. Everton Bournemouth is the next one on the list, and I have gone for a 2-1 Everton win for this one. Jimbo, what do you fancy?
I'm going to go 2-1 Bournemouth.
Oh, controversial. Nick?
Yeah, this is difficult, right? Because Everton, I think they'll both make a lot of changes. I'm gonna say. Oh, I think I'm gonna go with Jim. I'm gonna say 2-1 Bournemouth.
Mr. Chang, what about yourself?
2-1 to Everton. Everton will come out 2-1 winners.
Wow, so we've all gone 2-1. Me and Chang have gone home, and you two have gone away. So 2-1 everywhere.
Chang, I've got to say, right? Can I just say to Chang?
Go ahead, sir.
Yes.
When he first come on YouTube, right, he looked like he was about 14, 15 years old. He supported Spurs on YouTube for over a year now, and he looks like he's 21, 22 now. They've aged you, Chang.
Well, I do hope to be able to catch up on some sleep when this season is over. I really look forward to some downtime over the summer before we go again next season. But honestly, Mr. Boxer, I wouldn't have had it any other way. I mean, this is part and parcel of doing what I do with my work, with YouTube, balancing family and leisure. It's not been the best of seasons, but the people I've met along the way, the channels I've been on, as well as being in and around all you good folk here on this show or on any other show, or even those in the chat. Yeah, I wouldn't have had it another way. So yeah, absolutely looking forward to the end of the season, regardless of where we finish or how the season concludes. Thank you so much, Mr. Boxer.
There was still a compliment in there. I just said that they had aged you by about 8 or 9 years.
Yes, we can both admit that North London clubs are absolutely shit, Angus.
We've already admitted it, Angus, but we're 100% agreeing here. I'm sure you're just saying it's 65%, mate. So
yes, maybe when Mbappe comes back for you, it'll be fine. Southampton Burnley, Jimbo. What do you fancy for this one? Yes, Southampton Burnley.
I'm going to go 2-1 Southampton.
2-1 Southampton. Hey, Nick.
I'm going to go 1-0 Burnley.
Oh, controversial.
Burnley have only conceded 9 goals all season.
Wow. Interesting stat there. Chang, what are you fancying?
Southampton and Burnley. I think this is going to be another 2-1 home win. It's going to be Southampton 2 and Burnley 1.
Okay, and I have gone for a 1-1 draw. Boring 0-0. Ed M says 0-0. Angus says 2-1 Burnley. So interesting. Nick, for you next, Wigan Fulham.
Fulham. Where are Wigan? What league are Wigan in? Championship.
I think so. Let's have a look.
Yeah.
They are in League One, 16th in League One.
Oh, 3-0 Fulham.
3-0 Fulham. Mr. Chang?
I'm going to go for Wigan Athletic 1, Fulham 2.
Wigan Athletic 1, Fulham 2. Jimbo, what about you?
3-1 Fulham.
And I've gone 3-1 Fulham as well. Darren's gone 2-0 Burnley. Ed M's gone 3-1 Fulham. 3-0 Fulham. 4-1 Fulham. We have got... Doesn't Burnley have Ronaldinho's son playing for them? No idea. No idea. Then we've got Birmingham versus the Geordie boys. Away the lads. Do you know what? I'm sitting here looking at us all, and we all look like we've gotten out on a really good night the night before, and we're all hungover. We all look so... it's quite funny, especially Nick. He looks like he needs a big fat bacon sandwich or something to liven him up.
I've had a biscuit. This football club's driven me to having 3 biscuits earlier. So
wow, that's outrageous, Nick. How dare you? But Mr. Chang, oh look, Vindaloo coming in with a £5 super chat saying, "Have a few beers on me, Jimbo. We can drown our sorrows together." Big as he at work, big up all, big up Vindaloo. Absolutely.
Sorry, Matt and Angus, but Vindaloo's my favourite Arsenal fan ever.
Big up Vinders. He knows we love him. Birmingham, Newcastle. Chang, what do you see for this one?
Birmingham City 0, Newcastle United 3.
Oh, 3-0. I have gone Birmingham 1, Newcastle 4. Jimbo?
I'm going to go 4-0 Newcastle.
4-0. And what about you, Nick?
What did Chang say?
He said 3-0 to Newcastle.
3-1 Newcastle.
3-1. Big up YouTubes says, morning panel, please take care of my star boy Tell. We will try. 6-0 Newcastle, says Mark CFC. Brighton Chelsea, and all Premier League clash for the next one. I have gone for Brighton 2, Chelsea 1, which I think is a little bit of hopium. I'm just going to put it out there. Jimbo, Brighton Chelsea. Jimbo, are you paying attention, or are you playing on your phone?
No, I'm listening. I'm just answering someone.
Well, can you not? Can you pay attention, please?
I am listening. Brighton, Chelsea. I'm going to go 3-1 Chelsea.
Wow. Matt says you're mean.
Why?
He's honest. You've got to respect it, because
Yeah,
you said
Vindaloo's always nice to me. He has never once been derogative to me, but Matt and Angus have. So,
and you
he's
know
my
what else?
favourite Arsenal fan.
He's an honest Arsenal fan. He knows where Arsenal are. He never gives it that they're better than they are. He's always very, very, very good. 2-1.
I'm not saying I don't like you, Angus and Matt. I'm just saying Vindaloo is my favourite.
Nick, Brighton, Chelsea. Thoughts?
I'm going to say 2-1 Chelsea.
2-1 Chelsea. And Mr. Chang, what about yourself?
Brighton and Hove Albion 2, Chelsea 1.
Oh, same as me, Chang. I thought I was going to be the only one to say Brighton.
Nick, you look like a Teletubby.
Tinky Winky. Or should we call him Dinky Winky? I don't know. I'll have to ask Laura. Yes, you do give it always. Big up El Dante, who's been a member for 8 months. Thank you very much for the support, as always. So what you're saying, Jimbo, is that we're close joint second.
Yeah,
No
I
comment.
like you all. But look, Vindaloo always buys me a beer, and he bought me my lunch at Tottenham one day.
He did.
He bought me my lunch at Tottenham, so he has to be my favourite for buying me food alone.
Yeah, and he, like I say, never gives it. What about Lala? Yeah, it could be any. Yeah, the bants is real. We've got to have banter. That's what it's all about. That's
Where'd you get Teletubby from?
Because you got the hood on. That's what they wear.
You just need something on the top, like Poe had a little circle or something on the top. Moving on from the Teletubbies, Blackburn Wolves. I have gone for a 1-1 draw for this one.
Kate, look at Nick.
Yeah, you're a mug. You could be the Teletubby mug. Muggy Wuggy. That's what we'll call you. Tinky Winky. Muggy Wuggy. Jimbo, Blackburn Wolves. What you...
I don't know how Blackburn are doing. How are they doing? They got
no idea. That's why I went for a 1-1.
Nick, Chang, anyone know?
What's that?
How Blackburn are doing?
They are 5th in the Championship.
I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw.
Oh, same as me. 1-1. Nick, what about yourself?
Was it Wolves Blackburn or Blackburn Wolves?
Blackburn Wolves.
I'm going to say 1-1.
Oh, 3 1-1s. Mr. Chang, are you doing a 1-1 or are you breaking the trend?
Unfortunately, I already sent my prediction over to you, so I think it's too late for me to change and flip-flop now. I will still have to stick with Blackburn Rovers 1 and Wolverhampton Wanderers 2.
Oh. I put it in the wrong place. Right, that's you. And that's you. Can I just say big up LFC Aaron? Congrats on the win last night. Blackburn are doing what they always do, hover around the playoff, then mess it up. Is Cunha fit to play? Not sure. Nick has gone from Squid Games to Teletubbies. Afternoon all, hope you're well. Big up Rosie. I could eat some chocolate and cherry cake right now. So, yeah, we're all right, but we need cake. to cheer us up. Then we've got Plymouth. Come on, Plymouth versus Liverpool. Nick, Plymouth, Liverpool. What do you think?
Well, I mean, they will probably have a shot on target. So I'm going to say Liverpool going to be much changed, but I'm going to say 2-1 Liverpool.
Just for your information, Plymouth Argyle currently sit 24th in the Championship, Mr. Chang. But Plymouth Liverpool, what are you thinking?
Plymouth 0, Liverpool 3.
Okay. And you, Jimbo?
5-0
What's Plymouth?
to Liverpool.
I've done 3-1 to Liverpool, but I hope they lose. 4-0 says Ed. 5-0 Liverpool says Angus. 3-1 Liverpool. 3-0 Liverpool. Nick's got a bit of a Kevin and Perry attitude about him today. Yeah, he has. 6-0 Liverpool says Rosie. Next up we have.
Why would you want Liverpool to lose, Kate? It just gives.
They beat us. I hope they win the league.
It just gives other fans a stick to beat us with. We couldn't even score, get shot on target, but Plymouth beat them.
Yeah, that's true. Come on, Liverpool. And I want them to win the Carabao Cup because I can't bear for Newcastle to win something for us. So come on, Liverpool, win everything except the FA Cup. We'll win that. Doncaster Palace, Jimbo. Let me see where Doncaster Rovers are. Doncaster Rovers are second in League Two.
Well, I think Palace have put some of their fringe players out, right? So I'm going to go for a Palace win, but I'm going to go for a 2-1 Palace win.
Oh, that's what I've done, Jimbo. Chang, what about yourself?
That's what I've gone for as well. It's going to be a 2-1 away win for Palace.
Oh, 3-2-1s. Nicholas?
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I was doing something. What?
Do you think I'm sitting here for my health? Can you please pay attention, Nicholas?
Sorry.
Doncaster Palace. We've all gone 2-1 Palace. What are you going with?
Let's make it a full house. 2-1 Palace.
Hey, bingo. I've got given a Spurs shirt in 77 because my uncle couldn't find a Palace shirt and Hoddle was a thing then. Big up Kevin Benson. They could do a quad this season. Who? Oh, Liverpool, yeah, quite easily. They're definitely good enough. 2-0 Palace, 2-0 Palace, 1-0 Doncaster. Doncaster 7, Palace 0. I can dream living in Brighton. Final one, because we've already predicted the Everton-Liverpool game. We did it last week or something, which is Wednesday. But we've got Villa versus Spurs. Oh, God, the pain. Nick, what's the matter, Chang?
Are we going to do Exeter and Forest? There is also Exeter and Forest. Are you aware?
I didn't put them down, but I can. Exeter Forest.
I mean, if you want to skip this, it's fine. I'm just bringing
skip
up
it because I've written them all down in order. So we'll skip it. We'll just go on to Villa Spurs. From the next round, we're going to do all the games apparently because Nick said there's 16, but I picked up on these ones. I didn't even see Exeter Forest, to want to know the truth. But we shall do Villa Spurs as the final one. Nick, what do you fancy for Villa versus Tottenham?
Aston Villa 3, Tottenham 1.
Wow. Mr. Chang, what about you?
Spurs are going to make up for their midweek defeat to Liverpool. We are going to come out 2-1 away winners. This is going to be my 5th and final 1-2 away win for the 4th round of the FA Cup. So it's going to be 1-2, my 5th and final 1-2.
Well, I have gone for Villa 2, Tottenham 1. And I think I'm being quite generous to Tottenham there. Jim, what about you?
3-1.
2.
Who do you think?
Well, I'm hoping you're going to say Villa, but
I'm not even going to answer the question. I don't never predict Spurs to lose.
So you're going 3-1 to Spurs?
Yeah.
Any idea who's going to score those 3 goals, Jimbo?
But
No, well, not Richie.
Go on, Chang.
by the way, Mr. Boxer, aren't we due an apology for getting the prediction right last weekend when Spurs won away at Brentford?
Yeah.
I'm guessing some other people predicted us to lose away at Brentford.
Yeah, we all did, I think.
Yeah.
So well done, Jimbo. You get it right once in the blue moon. What did you predict, Chang, against Brentford?
I predicted us to win by 2-1, same as I'm predicting us to win by the same scoreline against Brentford. And Mr. Boxer predicted the same scoreline as well against Brentford, which was a 3-1 away win, the same that he's predicting now for the win against Villa.
Villa, at the end of the day, they're not playing great at the minute, and they've not got a great record of the last few games, but they haven't got Watkins or 50-50. Duran's gone, but they have got Rashford coming. And you just know that Rashford is going to want to impress, and I can just see him scoring at least one against us. So 5-1 Villa, and the one I'm giving to Spurs is a shot, not a goal. No Duran, no Watkins, but they now have Rashford and Asensio. I hope I said that right. Big up, Rosie, saying 3-2 Spurs. Villa will dominate your midfield, says Angus. Domination in the location. GBC fans, if we lose to Villa, we'll go back to 1 game a week. And with Solanke, VDV and Romero returning, Ange will have absolute 0 excuses. Look, I just want us to try and win the Europa League. That's the one. I'd love to win the Europa League. Do I think it's going to happen with Ange? No, but it'd be nice.
Someone's put Rashford's cup tied. I don't think he is.
No, he's not. He's not cup tied. He can play. Is Van der Ven back for the weekend game? Ange Postecoglou said on his press conference this morning, no one's coming back for this weekend. So I'm guessing that's a no. I thought I'd saved the press conference on my phone to read out, but I haven't. But yeah, he said that he's not expecting anyone to return. And obviously Richie is now injured with a calf issue. So Darren says, sack Ange and we can save this season. Wow. Relying on Rashford in the big 2020 final is washed. Yeah. Look, the only people coming back are the poor fans. Jose, oh, mind you, we'll do the pre-match pump-up, so I won't ask you your score prediction for Tottenham yet. But look, is there anything else anyone wants to talk about before we go? Chang's knackered. Nick looks like he wants to kill himself. And Jim's not even paying attention. He's just playing on his phone. So, anyone?
A bit deflated.
Everyone's...
I'm a bit deflated this morning.
I can tell everyone's deflated, and I get it.
It's hard to talk. It's hard to talk about Tottenham. I'm like a real upbeat person when it comes to Spurs. I love Tottenham, but it's hard to say anything good because there's nothing good to say at the minute.
Ange said, no absent players are back for Sunday at Villa, apart from Dane Scarlett, who was cup-tied last night. So he isn't cup-tied for this. He was cup-tied for the Carabao Cup, Nick.
What are you talking about?
Dane Scarlett. When he said Dane Scarlett, who was available but cup-tied last night. So he's not cup-tied.
It says from Tottenham that he's cup-tied.
On what? Where?
Tottenham have released the thing this morning, like an hour ago. Let me find it.
Yeah, because I can't find it. Big up Phil P. Woo! Who says, I feel lower than a snake's belly. Hope everyone's staying safe out there. Big love to you, Phil. You can't be low. You're the one who keeps us all together. Oh, yeah. Dane Scarlett is cup-tied, much like he was on Thursday. Oh, well, someone on Twitter's reported that wrong, so I apologise.
You don't need to apologise to me. Whoever that is on Twitter, you're in the mud, mate.
Yeah, you're in the mud, bitch.
You're a Twitter. You're a Twitter on Twitter.
You're a twit, yeah. You're an
Steve D says, thanks for gearing us up for a great weekend, guys. Yes, he did play for Oxford, so yeah. Dane Scarlett played one game for Oxford in the EFL Cup. He should not be cap-tied for the FA Cup. Well, apparently he is.
He played against Exeter City, and he also got what's the green? Is the green an assist or is it a goal on transfer market? I don't know what is.
I'm not sure. I did not see Henry's rant yesterday, Angus, because Henry rants every single day about something. So I've given up watching them. To be honest, the last rant I watched, he tried to kick a chair and it hardly moved. So,
yeah, Dane Scarlett got the assist when Oxford went 1-0 up against Exeter in the third round. So you're in the mud, Matt. Yeah, you're in the mud as well.
It was actually Tom Barkley that wrote that he was available. So
Tom Barkley's in the mud as well. You're all in the mud. Join us. We're all in the mud. We're all muddy.
Ange also said, I don't put any responsibility on the senior players last night. As a collective, we just didn't tackle the challenge we had in the manner we needed to. That's not on the senior players. It's a bit of a random thing to say. Who's it on then?
It's a bit boring now, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Fabrizio Romano has reported that despite Tottenham's struggles today, this season, including their 4-0 defeat to Liverpool last night, Ange Postecoglou's job is safe as the club remain committed to the manager as he seeks to turn around the form. So basically, he's still got the backing of the manager of the board. So, and Jamie Redknapp, whether I agree with you or not, stick to advertising sketches and keep my club's name out your mouth. I can't stand him. He gets right on my nerves. We paid his wages, and all he ever does is slag Spurs off. I like your dad, Jamie, but I don't like you. Let's have a vote for who's looking the most glum, and Chang's just about got the medal. Look, I think we'll call it a day there. Everybody's a bit meh. Yeah, exactly. There's no way we're getting relegated. I'll take any bet you like for charity because it's not happening. I'm not angry. I'm just sad. I know, Phil.
Yeah,
you need a Kate cuddle.
I'm not angry, Phil. I'm just deflated with it all. Absolutely deflated.
Thing is, we could all sit here and scream and shout. Ain't going to change nothing. But there we go. Chang, any plans for any streams? What?
Bring Bobby's back up. What did he say?
Angie's being set up to be the biggest scapegoat of all time. Poor guy going to leave here with his reputation in the mud. Chang, any streams lined up for the weekend after you've got some sleep?
Assuming we are still back here again on Monday at noon. Between that, maybe only the pre-match pump up if I'm still allowed back on it after getting my my prediction wrong this morning. But other than that, I had absolutely dare not go on to any other streams for the time being, just to cool off, just to get myself together. But yeah, that's all I have line up for the weekend. Hopefully we will have something to cheer on or talk about come Monday. But other than that, looking forward to seeing you on the pre-match pump up come Sunday, Mr. Boxall and Miss Kate.
Always a pleasure to have you on, Chang. Hopefully we'll be smiling Monday. I don't like seeing Chang sad. It makes the world sad because you're always so happy and chirpy and wonderfully deluded like Jimbo. So when we see you deflated and sad, it's not good. But Nick, any shows, any big time appearances?
Don't know. Let's see. No, I got the pesky kids all weekend. So so they need to be dropped here, there, and everywhere to work, to football training, to rehearsals, to sleepovers, to here, there, and everywhere. So yeah, I'll probably be the driver. So
Nick the driver. Yeah. Do you know what? This show has been so depressing that we've lost 2 subscribers. You've got to laugh, haven't you?
Do you know what? We didn't want you here anyway. If you can't be with us in the good times, you don't deserve in the bad times. You don't deserve us in the good times. Yeah, just remember that. Just like
Yeah.
Emerson Royale. You didn't deserve him, and now you want him. Can't have him. You can't have us. So
There we go. So yeah, I've pushed 2 people over the edge. Jimbo, I know where you are, but anything secret up your sleeves that I don't know about?
No, we got to pop out, haven't we, in a minute? That's
Yeah.
I know about that. And
I think I might treat us to some fish and chips.
Oh, lovely. I want to take the dog over the woods as well.
Yeah.
Jim, that's no way.
So if you want to say let's go over the woods and I'll be there.
There's no need to talk about Kate like that. I'll take just say, Kate, should we go over for a walk in the woods? Not, I want to take the dog over to the woods.
That's not
We're going
nice.
dogging. We're going dogging.
Oi, oi, Savaloy. Phil P, everything's going wrong. He's got car problems and all sorts. Best banter channel on YouTube. The 2 subs you lost are Nick and Jimbo. Yes, let's have fish and chips. Fish and chips. It's more happier here than other channels after a defeat. Brad, we try. What's the point of being doom and gloom? We can't change it.
You know what, Brad? Do you know what? I'm so upbeat with Tottenham, but I think it's not because we lost. I can take losing. It's the way we lost that's really hurt me.
Yeah.
In the semi-final of a cup to get to the final, the way we lost has really knocked me for 6 this morning. I just think, how do these players go out there and perform like that when they got a chance of getting to a final? That's the front door, so that's my cue to say.
All I will say is sometimes you have to hit rock bottom before you rise. Rock bottom looks different for everyone, but you'll know when you've arrived there, and the only place to go from there is up. That's what I'm going to say. So look, when things seems bad, there's always someone worse off than you, and it is only bloody football at the end of the day. But big up to Chang. Your positivity and constructive criticism is a real plus on the channel. Love your work. Take the dog over the woods. That's what she said. Big up to you, June says, a man's here for therapy. I'm ever sorry, the show's just finished, but please do watch it back if you would like. Thanks, everyone, for watching. Please do smash a like on the video. We will be back. Oh,
I just want to thank Moondog and Vindaloo for the super chats. Thank you very much.
yeah, massive thank you to Moondog for 3 lovely, jubbly super chats.
I mean, I don't think people realise that we actually, it costs us money to run this channel. So when they put super chats in, it really helps out. So we appreciate it.
It does help massively.
Yeah, sell out.
Yeah, because StreamYard's gone up to bloody £45 a month, if you please. What an absolute joke. Yeah, it has.
Yeah.
A month.
So, yep. I'm looking to change to Streamlabs. I've just got to set it all up, but it's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So sometimes it comes out of my own pocket, but little things like that really helps Moondog. So massively appreciate it. Big up to everyone. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the match if you can. And yeah, join us on the pre-match pump up on We Are Tottenham TV on Sunday.
Well, that's going to be a hard one.
It is going to be hard, but we'll get ourselves pumped up. Don't worry. Jim, do you want to end the show?
Yeah, I suppose I better. I don't know
Go on
really
then.
what to say. Well, we lost. We were shit. I don't know what else to say. Let's move on to Sunday, and I hope that the boys turn up and give us a bit of something to cheer about. And come on, you Spurs.
Exactly that. Come on, you Spurs. I'm not going to say an Ange we trust, but come on, you Spurs.
Giving opinions with no regret, smashing the top bins, like in the onion net. Talking the talk with Kate and Jim, and walking the walk, just listen in. The perfect match, Kate and Jim, getting at it. Kate and Jim are gonna smash it. Reviews, previews, opinions and laughter. Mixing transfer news, it's what you're after. The perfect match, the perfect match. You just got to latch onto that perfect match. The perfect match, the perfect match. You just got to latch onto that perfect match. Jimbo always keeps a positive spin, while Kate's Mickey has a name dropping. Gets you out of the blue like Lenny stop robbing, or she's just flip-flopping. Hell, this place is popping. The perfect match, you just got to latch onto that perfect match. The perfect match.